Hi everybody, Paz here. In 2024, we're really in our goal of 1,000 subscribers. If you love Perth fishing, please give that button a click. Cheers.
Welcome to the first episode of my new series, Swan River Snapshots. In this series, I move around the Swan, fishing brief sessions. Not every angler has hours to spend, so my hope for this series is to chuck a line in when I can, narrow my focus, and answer some questions that our magnificent river has left me with. In my first SRS episode, I decided to do something kind of off base. With the recent algal blooms happening in the upper reaches of the Swan and Canning Rivers, fellow anglers have been reporting that the water condition in those areas have been less than ideal for bream. The canning in particular has always been hit and miss, so I set myself a challenge. This week's snapshot: fish for bream in the canning, in the shallows, on outgoing tide, from the kayak, at night. With pretty much everything against me, would I succeed? Check it out. "2 a.m. As I headed down to my launch point, I was seriously questioning my life choices. Still, I was there. Might as well go for it. I was fishing the rotting pylons of the old convict fence that runs through the river at Shelley. I'd packed a few plastics and lures, but I was doubtful of them working at night, so one of my rods was rigged for a lightly weighted prawn bait. As I paddled out, I noticed how shallow the water was, barely half a metre deep at some point. Still, there were quite a few prawns skittering about, so I crossed my fingers. I moved slowly along the pylons, flicking my lines between them. Given the shallow water, it was tough going, as I needed to balance my technique between keeping my bait or lure moving just enough to keep the fish's interest, but not letting it disappear in the shallow, muddy bottom. Add that to the fact that I also needed to watch out for submerged pylons, and I began to wonder if I'd bitten off too much. My heart leapt to my mouth as I got a hit, but it ended up being a bloody grunter. Still, it meant something I was doing was working. I persisted, taking an hour or so to work my way up the pylons. One particular cast went under a slanted pylon, and bang, it ripped sideways. As I set the hook, I realised that the fish had sped around the wood, and I was snagged. Still, I wasn't about to give up there. I'd hooked a fish, and I damn well wanted to see the fish. It took me a while, but I slowly manoeuvred my 4-metre kayak amongst the pylons, taking care to keep my hull clear of submerged poles, and ever so slowly worked my line off the snag. By some miracle, the fish was still there, and it was the target species, a black bream. It wasn't winning any size contests, and it immediately let its feelings be known. Still, it was exactly what I wanted: a Canning River black bream caught in the most difficult conditions for both the fish and for me. I didn't waste time and released it safely. No need to keep going. Snapshot complete. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to sub, like and comment as I continue with this new series. Or don't. Either way, I'm still going fishing. As always, this video is dedicated to my 2 sons. This is Paz, wishing you fair winds and tight lines. Until next time.